Hot 6. In the upper right, we have our Terran player up 1 game. If he wins this one, he's already that much closer to getting through. He is... I am MVP. That's right, it's MVP, not... Over here doing the extractor trick in the bottom left corner of the map, we have our Zerg player. He needs... FXO Lucky.
He needs FXO Lucky.
He needs Lucky, man.
Many lucky needing.
Many lucky needing up to have because of the coming.
Well, Tasteless, I gotta say, the studio is pretty packed.
Look at these nerds. We got so many nerds in here.
That guy's actually came here all the way
Yeah, he
from
was here
Israel.
yesterday.
Oh.
He's actually like 2 feet away from me.
Yeah, he's right there, man. I can almost touch him from here.
I could touch him there. I could.
Yeah.
I could.
All right, so some interesting things. You know, this season of GSL is really going all out. I love the format. I love that the loser, and first off, it's best of 3, and the loser gets to choose the map, which is a huge deal. We've been going to Game 3 almost every single time so far, and Lucky has chosen Cloud Kingdom. So, you know, this is a map that we haven't seen a lot. I know I definitely haven't played any games on here yet. And ooh, he does find that barracks well done. But, you know, it's interesting that he, as a Zerg player in this matchup, has chosen this specific map.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point, Artosis. You'd think that he would pick a... you know, he might be thinking, well, odds are MVP might not even think I'd pick this map.
Yeah, that
MVP probably not play on this map as much. Maybe, I mean, it's a theory.
I got to tell you, man, back in the competitive StarCraft 1 days, if there was a map in the map pool that I knew no one was going to practice for a tournament, I would practice that map specifically for that reason.
Smart.
Because, yeah, that's like... It actually, that's a tricky little thing to do, because then you can pick a map that other people aren't comfortable on. And that can really help you out. So that may be what this is.
Honestly, in StarCraft, there's nothing worse than playing on a map that you're not comfortable with.
No, the intricacies
so many
of each map, they are so important. And look at this, the bunker is going to get up. And, you know, this is so cool, because with that bunker placement, he's going to force a lot of lings out here. It's going to be kind of gross to deal with. But he's not actually rallying more Marines. He's actually going ahead and switching right into Reactored Hellions. And with all these lings out on the map that we're going to see, the Reactored Hellions are going to be really worthwhile.
The SCV is pretty well placed, too, at the bunker. If you look at it,
it's going to be hard
in between the gas and the SCV, yeah, it's going to be very hard to pick that off.
Yeah, so right now, Lucky going up to 10 lings. 10 lings, Tasteless. And as soon as those Reactored Hellions are out, he's going to start killing them. That's 5 less drones.
It's a nice bunker rush transition from our previous game, because I'm sure that the scars are still there in Lucky's mind from the previous bunker rush.
Yeah. Well, here he goes, and gonna go ahead and salvage that bunker immediately. Well done. Just kill off as many lings as you can. And that was completely worthwhile, even though he lost the 2 Marines, 25 minerals from that bunker, and the SCV. With those 10 lings out, that's 5 less drones. Realistically, he would have wanted to build 2, probably 4 lings when he got his pool done. So that's, he's getting ahead in all sorts of little ways, like a champion like he should.
All right, the Spine Crawler is going to move up now. Lucky is in nowhere near as bad shape as he was from the previous game. I mean, the previous game, he almost KO'd right at the start. I mean, he lost so much stuff.
Indeed, he did. Now, the Hellions are just going to start, well, start stop and creep. It's like a funny way to word it, I suppose.
Yeah, it works.
So that's actually a really good Zerg scout right there. He actually knows absolutely every single thing going on with MVP right now. He knows he's going up to 3 racks right away. He knows about the command center. He knows that the factory has no add-ons and isn't building anything anymore. All very important things.
So the macro hatch is on the way now. MVP is in slightly better shape, although Lucky is doing a good job in this game of keeping up in drones and everything. I think the distance here plays a big role with that too.
Sure.
They're very far apart.
Certainly. He has passed the SCV count. 31 drones, now up to 36 against 25 SCVs, and he is just continuing to drone right up. Now, let's not forget that Lucky is in FXO with Leenock. And will that affect the style that he plays, because Leenock has a pretty specific style in this matchup. And so far, Lucky's style is looking very similar. He's getting all 4 gas. He's droning heavily. He's getting a macro hatch. And if we see him pop up a layer pretty soon here, I'm going to go ahead and say that he's going to play very similar to Leenock, where he probably will start his third base right around the time that the Spire starts. Oh, a Roach Warren. Interesting.
So he's doing a good job getting his upgrades. MVP, again with the command center in the main.
He is loving that triple orbital, man.
Yeah.
And you can't really blame him. He gets really great saturation that can be used for a base a little bit later on. And of course, extra mules are pretty good. Drop a few mules down and you've already paid for it.
Combat shields have now started. And I gotta say, I really like what MVP's doing here. And see this one little thing we just saw at the Viking on the way? That is so good. Terran should always be doing that.
Tell us why, Tastes.
Because you can just pick off overlords on the map. It's going to be lights out for the Zerg.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And when you do that, that's so annoying. Is the Zerg actually going to get an overlord at the top middle of the screen again? I don't know.
Probably not.
And you might send some drops through these areas, and now there's no overlords. It really stacks up.
All right, the Hellions are now going to back out.
And it's time to expand. So a little bit different style than does Leenock. 60 drones to 39 SCVs right now. Decent amount of lings being produced. And actually, he's actually getting, I didn't notice this before, +1 missile attacks and +1 carapace. So he's actually going to stay on Roach. That's actually going to be his tech choice this game. He's going to go Roach Baneling.
Turns out that's actually Check Prime in disguise.
Oh, that's so funny.
Check killed a nerd and wore his face.
Yeah, man.
Came back with the GSL.
That's it. Flying shark is so
There's
scary.
flying shark on this map, man.
It's so scary, man. There's bubbles around it, too.
What if the flying shark, it was like a creep or whatever, Warcraft 3? You didn't get items or whatever, but you had to fight the shark in the middle? No
Probably
rushing on this map. There's a shark in the middle, man.
All right, so third base going up. Right now, MVP going out with a drop against a Roach user that can be very, very effective. You know, they do not have a lot of anti-air. It's mostly just queens. And we have so many upgrades going on. He is getting drops as well, so we're definitely going to see some Baneling drops. No question about that.
Nice angle here. Beautiful by MVP. Very difficult to take out these brilliants, and right when it heats up, he backs out.
Yeah, well done on that drop. Doesn't actually lose anything. And in fact, he's going to go ahead and drop another location with it right now. But the drones gather way too quick. Not even killing one drone yet.
And he gets to 2 before he leaves.
Very annoying for Lucky, who, by the way, has 1-1 with +2 attack on the way. His drops and Baneling speed is almost done. So I'm wondering here, is he going to actually just go for some harassment with the Banelings, or is he going to use the ultra, super duper old style of just raining Banelings down on the forces while running in your Roaches?
Oh, actually, yep. I mean, he might do that. That's actually a perfectly doable thing. This is definitely the kind of unorthodox ZVT style we see. Standard one is Ling Baneling with Muta.
Yeah. This is something we haven't really seen in Force since like GSL Season 1 or so. It was really popular in the beta for a while. Fruit Dealer kind of came up with it, and it fell off, though, because, I mean, if they pick off your Overlords, wow, you're in trouble, man.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, his upgrades are doing really, really well. MVP only has +1 attack right now. He started +2 and +1 armor. But we're about to have 2-1 for Lucky, so he's going to have this timing where he has 2 upgrades more than Terran, and that is super strong.
Looks like this game's going to go on for a while, I think. I mean, they're both in a very, very macro-oriented state. Neither of them are really touching each other. I mean, we had that one drop, but for the most part, they're just building up. That may be due to the architecture of this map.
Yeah, maybe. You know, I definitely have to see some more games on this map before I can truly figure out why Lucky chose it. I mean, there's some things that already seem quite apparent here. There's some good creeping by MVP. But, you know, the Roach Baneling style kind of makes a little bit of sense here. If you have the high ground with that unit composition, that's pretty powerful. You know, it's hard to get up ramps against something like that because as you start to move up, they just roll right in.
Yeah, I think you may be right.
Okay, Tasteless, that is a ton of Overlords.
Oh, sick.
And he just scanned right near it. I wonder if he actually saw that at all. Oh my god, that is... He has so much in those Overlords. He actually has... Let's see. 2 plus 8, carry 10. 18 Overlords full of Baneling Roach. And then he has a little ground army as well. He is maxed out.
Do you think he's going to drop the main, or I mean, is he just going to wait for Terran to move out?
He could, but
I think it'd be better if he waits for Terran to move out.
Yeah, if he waits for Terran to move out, I think that's a much better call. But there is a sensor tower up, which is a great move. He's going to see that coming miles away. And oh man, he might just go and drop on MVP, and this kind of makes a little bit of sense because this area that MVP's in right now, he does not have a lot of room to run back in.
All right, here we go.
He does not have a lot of room to run back in. It is a very thin area.
Wow, look at this.
Well, Lucky coming in. Can he get these Marines?
Tough to say.
And all the Overlords are now empty, but he got almost every single siege tank so far.
That
and
was
a
actually
queen
pretty
coming
damn
out.
good, man.
Not sure why that queen's there.
Oh, what is this queen doing here?
Now, here's the problem. Lucky supplies 131 of 72. Oh, boy. 131 of 56. He needs to make so many Overlords now.
If I were MVP, I'd just counterattack.
Yeah, it's going to take him a while. He has to pump out all those Overlords before he can make any more units.
10 Overlords on the way right now.
MVP's supply is actually crushing him right now. Well, that was an interesting strategy choice. You know, MVP was spread out very well in there, but I get what he's thinking. You know, there's not a lot of room to run back in this area as we see. It's very, very thin. Luckily for MVP, he was very quick thinking, got his Marines in a clump, and ran backward just trying to pick off some Overlords. So his tanks ate up most of the Banelings.
Here comes the medevac now. Moving downward. Zerk does need to take a fourth very soon here. You do not want to sit 3 base on 3 base.
By the way, as soon as he remade those Overlords, man, he maxed out again. He had a nice big bank waiting. So he is already completely maxed out once again, making 44 more veins. Look at that. Spore Crawler, very strong.
All right, Stam kills the queen, and that drop was a success. I didn't actually expect him to get that, but then I saw the queen die.
Yeah.
I guess he's just going to go for it again.
Yeah, man, I guess this is his strategy.
Yeah. He's actually just going to try to continuously bludgeon MVP until MVP, you know, is out. But is this how you're going to beat the best player in the world? I would say no.
Well,
but if it works,
yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty impressive thing.
This could be brutal this time because, and I mean brutal for Lucky, because there are missile turrets up already, and those do a lot of damage. Oh my god. Trying to pick off Overlords, but they just keep coming. Will he actually hit these Marines?
The Roaches are moving in. Overlords are being gunned down. Zerk's already in the red, by the way.
Oh my god. And MVP just beautiful micro there, leaving the Marauders out in front to eat the Banelings as they came out. And it worked perfectly. Tons of Banelings detonated on Marauders there. That was beautiful play by MVP. And once again, his supply is much over Lucky's. And Lucky has not even taken an additional base yet.
He takes out the queen.
He's trying to, but...
Man, I gotta say, I think Lucky's kind of dead. I mean, I understand the strategy, and I can see it working in some instances. This is not how you're going to beat MVP, though. This is just not the way the game works.
You know, he's having a hard time refilling his army. His economy, not actually even as good as MVP's. He needed to take some more bases in this time. But, you know, he's trying to max out again. He's having a hard time with it. He has about 2k gas saved up. Now, just making a lot of Banelings, but, I mean, you can't just keep doing that, man. As we have seen, it just has not been working.
All right, Terran is now moving out, and I think this is the beginning of the end here. Note he's sending the medevac out there. He may want to. No, he's going to drop the main. Excuse me. Stimming and going in now. Zerg's going to have to make a decision on which location he wants to save. The hatchery is going to go down before Zerg attacks.
Ouch. And the Marauders out in front trying to suck up Baneling hits. And those Marauders are going to be way too strong here.
I don't know, actually.
Well, they ate up all the Banelings.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at this point, MVP just getting further and further ahead. He's at 150 supply to the 130. No bank for Lucky. Lucky barely mining while MVP has already taken another base.
You know, it's kind of weird in that last attack. He held it off, but he could have saved the base. You know what I mean? The attack
GG.
after it died. GG.
Well.
Wow. I mean, MVP clearly, we could expect him to get out of this little group. The easy part's done with, though.
He played well there. That was not the best player in the group, though, that he just played against.
No.
I think Hydra and Nesty are going to give a little bit more of a fight than Lucky did.
Lucky is clearly not happy with himself right now.
Yeah, of course.
Not happy with the situation. The games are one-sided. I think he obviously tried his best, but I mean, what are you going to do? It's MVP. He's just too good.
Yeah. Well, that match is over, and on to Nesty against Hydra we go. Guys, get on Twitter, hashtag the GSL. Get everyone over here watching. It's so important that everyone in the world gets to see our favorite nerd against our favorite nerd.
Yeah. The two superhuman nerds battling it out.
man.
Hydra's back
The two
in Korea.
handsomest, ghostuest players in the world.
When did Hydra get, like, really sexy?
Like,
As I knew him, like,
he was
years
really
ago.
sexy when I
We're
met
always
him, man.
buddies, but, like, he's, like, become a sexy nerd.
I've
has.
always seen him that way, Tasteless.
Now he's a sexy, muscly nerd.
Yes, he is, and there he goes.
There he goes. I felt his presence as he walked by. I thought it got a little bit warmer in my arm. I thought there might have been a fire. It was him.
All right, well, I think it is time to throw to a quick commercial.
We're going to have a quick break, but when we come back, we will have Nesty against Hydra, so please stay tuned.